Oh yeah, by the way, anyone here check out the Path of Exile 2 or the ExileCon stream from GGG earlier today? Dude, Path of Exile 2 looks so fun. Like, oh my god. Also, wait, did I ever get this title card with Duvali, Sarah, and Sharon? Wait, I might need to save that. Let me just copy that. I'll probably save it later for another thumbnail. But yeah, Path of Exile 2 looks so good right now. Like, the melee combat seems a lot more fun now because you actually have dodge rolls as a core mechanic on every character. And also it's like on infinite, or there's no cooldown on it. So like you can just roll and also use dodge rolls to cancel attacks if you're like mid animation and go, oh shit, there's something coming my way, and then you just dodge roll away like you would expect in like other kinds of games. But now we actually have it in Path of Exile, and seeing it in action, oh my god, it's like I'm getting that like giddy feeling all over again. Like, I mean, there's always like the times where I get a little bit depressed about Path of Exile, but GGG always does a pretty good job at hyping people up. That's for sure. And also, surprisingly, compared to what they said before about how they'll handle Path of Exile 1 and 2, because originally it was stated that Path of Exile 2 will basically overwrite 1, where you can play, like, or I think they said you can play both campaigns or something, or wait. Okay, I forget how exactly that announcement went, but basically, they have now made separate Path of Exile 1 and 2. So if you just want Path of Exile 1 stuff, you can just play that, and they basically have two teams at this point, I think, from what they said. One focusing on Path of Exile updates and content, and the other on Path of Exile 2. I'm just like, oh. So now, I mean, some people are kind of divided because they feel like it would split the player base. But then, it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. Because, like, it's either you overwrite Path of Exile 1 with 2, and just kind of like move on like that and potentially alienate people who liked 1, or you go with having both games side by side, and the Path of Exile 1 fans who don't like what's changed with 2 can stay with 1 while the others play 2. But also, there's the drawback that people are concerned about with how the resources are divided up in GGG, where you have like the team that's focusing on PoE 1 stuff and PoE 2 when they could have just, you know, pull them together for being all in with Path of Exile 2. But again, we don't know how their internals really work or how this will affect things in the long run. But yeah, just looking through the gameplay demonstration and everything, it looks really cool. Although some people have been kind of complaining about how it looks like you don't do any fucking damage in the showcase, that in the live demo that they've played for the presentation. But like, what people don't understand is that it's not a good idea to go in with a perfectly optimal build for an unreleased game where you're just one-shotting literally everything. Because how can you showcase the game when you're just like slapping away everything in just one shot without showing, like, you know, what the intended experience is probably like? Well, I say intended, but I mean, who knows how PoE 2 will develop once people get their hands on it and actually go crazy with the theory crafting and everything, right? But yeah, just all the stuff they showed us about it, like how the new skill gem system works, how, also get this, they have a very huge change here, because like before you kind of just specialize in like one skill, one damage type for the most part, and usually weapon swapping is very situational if not inefficient. But now you can have, let's say, 2 different skills that have different like scaling like options or whatever. Like, you know, one does cold damage, one does lightning. So you can change it so that your first weapon set is like your cold damage weapon set. So whenever you cast a spell or an attack with the first weapon set, you can select it, so you can change it so that the other skill only uses the second weapon set, so that it automatically changes weapons for you seamlessly between your different weapons without having to manually change back and forth. So you have like a staff built for cold damage, then it changes to your cold damage staff. You have a staff that enhances like lightning damage, it automatically swaps to that for your lightning spell. I'm like, wait, that's crazy fun and good. So now there's actual viability with having an alternating weapon sets, because before it's like been a long neglected aspect of Path of Exile, because again, for the most part, there's like no reason to switch. This is about FF14? No. This is about Path of Exile 2. Because Grinding Gear Games has their Exile Con right now. That's all about the new content in Path of Exile 1 and especially Path of Exile 2. And I was watching that earlier today. All the stuff they announced, oh my god, I'm getting so giddy thinking about Path of Exile again, even though I struggle a lot getting to endgame. Because I'm very stubborn. I play solo self-found, where Path of Exile is clearly balanced for trading and talking with people. I don't want to do that. So then I suffer, and then by the time I actually get to endgame by myself without trading, then I usually get burnt out and stop right there, instead of actually getting to the meat and potatoes of endgame. Because like there's so much like endgame expansions and stories and bosses that I've never seen, and I've played the game since closed beta. Well, on and off. So I have a really bad streak with ARPGs and stopping when the game's supposed to get good. But GGG always, like, they at least really know how to do their marketing and streams to get people excited. But yeah, also yeah, I did see that thing about FF14. Also, we'll get to the dialogue in Cold Steel soon, but yeah, I did see the thing in FF14 for FF14. Oh well. Okay. Let me be clear. I just heard the announcements. I didn't see anything because I'm still in Heavensward right now. But with the upcoming patch 6.5, they'll include Stormblood as part of the free trial. So I'm like, oh shit, my laziness and patience has paid off. So now I can just do now I can keep saving money on not subscribing to FF14 and just keep playing at my own pace. Maybe 10 years from now I can see Endwalker for free once they include that in the free trial. Nah, just kidding. But yeah, they're like my friends have mentioned it, like if they made Heavensward free and with how many more expansions they're gonna include with Endwalker or after Endwalker or whatever, it's like my friends already speculated that they'll probably include Stormblood for free if they're gonna keep doing like a new expansion and then another old expansion gets included. So this is like a really cool thing that FF14 has going for it now, or an even better thing. Oh, and also guess what? Like people already made the new alteration on the what was it? On the FF14 copy pasta. So you know the award-winning Heavensward. Now they've included Stormblood in it. So let me recite this. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an expanded free trial where you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion, and also the award-winning Stormblood expansion, okay, not sure about award-winning, until level 70 for free with no restrictions on playtime. I'm like, bro, people are fast. Although it doesn't take that long to make that copy pasta, but you know, I can't wait to see in sometime in the distant future where they include Shadowbringers with the copy pasta too. But yeah, I should really get going with more FF14 stuff as well on stream every now and again. But oh man, there's just so much to do now that I'm so excited for. Because obviously we still have, you know, Cold Steel 4 and Reverie. what I have going now with Remnant 2, with my solo campaign, and also sometime in the future if I can, or if schedules line up with the people I've been talking to, or I don't know why I'm just being vague with the names, but yeah, basically, Remnant co-op is coming back with Solomon and Swerve. And okay, I kind of feel bad because when I mentioned Remnant 1 co-op earlier, I kept forgetting Swerve's name for some weird reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I would be like, I will try to stream the Remnant 2 co-op with Solomon and Swerve, like whenever they feel like getting the game and whenever Swerve's schedule lines up and everything. Because Remnant 2 co-op will, from what they said, will probably be limited to around Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. So maybe those would be like, so maybe the weekend will be like the Remnant weekends. And then in between that, we can kind of have our switch between with like Cold Steel, Gacha stuff, and either FF14 or my solo Remnant campaign or whatever. So we can kind of... we have a lot of things to bounce between, which is pretty nice. Because it's always like a bit annoying when you have that urge, or when I have that urge to want to stream something, but I'm like, man, it's like, what do I want to do right now? I'm not sure. Now I have more than I know what to do with right now. That's why I don't play FF14, because you can't take that commitment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like when you go deep into FF14, it does kind of chew up a lot of your time. Like, I have a friend who has another friend where he's been, or where he convinced himself not to play Final Fantasy XIV because he'll know that he'll have too much fun with it, so that he'll most likely end up fucking over like his life priorities to play FF14. So yeah, it is a pretty big commitment. But I mean, if you don't mind the free trial and it's like restrictions for the free-to-play side, you can just play it at your own pace without really worrying about needing to pay anything. So you can go through the entirety of, you know, Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and soon to be Stormblood, and just, you know, go through the story at your own pace without worrying about that monthly sub. And also, you can kind of just like, you can kind of just do that thing in other games that people would do, just log in and just like AFK around, or maybe you're trying to grind out something and then you just kind of like alt tab back and forth between like other stuff you're doing, and it's like, oh, let me alt tab back to FF14 and do like another thing, and kind of like go back and forth with that. So that's why like I still haven't subbed to FF14, because with all the things I want to do on stream, like it's hard for me to justify like, okay, time for me to sub to FF14 and go hard with it and everything. But I'm like, but I want to keep playing Trails. I want to keep playing all these other games, or oh hey, a new gacha event, I want to go stream that, or maybe I feel like it's a grinding night with gacha or something. Oh, you already paid for a sub, so you can't go back? Oh yeah, because like once you pay once, it removes the free trial flag, so you can't ever turn it back unless you restart with a fresh account, unfortunately. So I did have one, like my one account when I got a month sub way back during a humble bundle. Yeah, I can't use that account anymore. So I've basically just made a new account to fully dedicate to. And yeah, I'm just having fun with my account now. It's a good thing I still, for the most part, remember what my old character looked like, because I made my character like a female Mikoti character. And yeah, like I have like the full like blue skin, blue hair thing going on with this like neat little tattoo and heterochromia, and she looks really cute. Also, one thing that bothers me... oh, can I delete that other account? I don't know, maybe? I think like usually with account deletions, I think you have to go through support, I think, to like close your account or something. Because like most online services should have a thing where you can close an account and you can kind of like hopefully talk with support, assuming it's like a live conversation. then you can just go, you know, like, oh, can I close this account with, or whatever that I've paid a sub for with FF14 in the past, and then you can say like, oh, like I'm on like a free trial account now, and won't ever be coming back to this other account, and just be committing with this one. Because like I've done that with some other games before, where I've explained a case about why I want to delete an account or close an account. So yeah, hopefully Square Enix support allows you to do that. They should, I think. I've done it with a bunch of other games, but I don't know what the policies are for Square Enix's side of things. But hope for the best. Or maybe they have something in their customer FAQ support or something, or support FAQ. So maybe they'll have something about that. But yeah, like basically overall, I'm really hyped for Path of Exile 2. The new Path of Exile 1 League looks pretty neat. Like FF14 getting Stormblood in patch 6.5. I'm pretty excited. And yeah, there's a lot of cool things right now. So wait, it said you can delete your other account, but you have a feeling you would have to repurchase the game if you restarted and finished up to the free trial. I mean, pretty much, yeah, because like if you go on a free trial, you're on a brand new account. You can't just like make a new character or something on your old account that you paid FF14 for at least once in its history. So because it's a fresh account, of course you'd have to buy the game again, unfortunately. So that's just kind of how it goes. For me, like, yeah, I just had that one Humble Bundle thing, and I didn't really like pay any more than that 1 month. But yeah, it does feel a little bit annoying though, playing on free trial, because you can't search, you can't like manually invite people to parties, and you can't whisper people. Obviously, it's like a countermeasure to prevent like bots or some other cases or something. Although you still see in like local or global chats that people like spam out RMT services. I'm like, what the fuck? But I think those get reported pretty quickly or something, I don't know. But either way though, yeah. I don't know what else I want to say, but yeah, I'm pretty excited with the recent news with everything. Okay though. So that was a long little bit there that I might need to make a timestamp for down the line. But yeah, so last stream, we covered the entirety of Sutherland and all of its dialogue. I know we have some side quests and everything over in the Courageous and everywhere else. So we'll get to those as the very last thing to do. Hopefully I remember where everyone is, because they do not mark on the maps where side quests are. So I need to remember to look back around the Courageous and whatever other place I go to. So, ooh boy, I need to remember and not rush for the shrines and stuff. Okay, but yeah, let's get to more dialogue reading, and let's go start off with Ordis at Kleist Mall. Okay, let's get to reading. Bavaria Court has always relied on their connections to nobles. It's a long-standing point of pride for them. Still, they're barely scraping by in their current location. Huh, in a place like that, calling out to customers would be nearly useless, wouldn't it? Passing out some kind of grand reopening pamphlet would be way more useful. That was nothing, just thinking aloud, that's all. The people at Bavaria Court have a hearty aura about them. I'm not too concerned about that, however. I'll be crushing them beneath my heels soon enough. God damn. Let's see. Pecky. I already got the badge, so I don't need to buy any more Peckies. It feels like the overall quality of Kleist products is dropping a little. What's being sold here is already hardly any different from emergency rations. The requisition seems pretty brutal as well. We don't need full-on luxury ingredients, just some that are a little nicer than average. Welcome. Are you looking for anything specific? Oh, hang on, it's Thor's kids. Guilty as charged. Huh. Look at you, the very picture of a happy shopkeeper. Ah, don't give me that crap. An old friend visited my shop earlier and told me something interesting. Namely that the Navy's getting mobilized too. That's the reason behind the commotion at the harbor apparently. Guess that means it's almost time for things to go down. Some of the friends I served with in the escort fleet are still in the Navy. Here's hoping they pull through this. I can't let myself get distracted. The boss picked me to replace Wands, so I can't screw this up. I'll finish my work and then take the bike out for a ride to help me shake off this gloomy mood. Oh, there's a new release section over there now. Let's see. How to send off a loved one. Inheriting property without regrets. Not exactly the easiest selection to look through right now. Well, there's no doubt about the manager's skills. With father serving in the Imperial Army right now, this selection of titles cuts pretty deep. But who knows, it might help. I'll be thinking about it no matter what, so maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know, I think I highly recommend Kleist, Who's Gonna Die First. Everywhere you look these days, you'll find stores suffering from falling sales. It's a pretty pointless issue if you ask me. When it comes to sales, speed is everything. You gotta pick up on the incoming trends before they even emerge and stock up quickly. That's how business works, and that's a fact. A top-class merchant knows how to turn profit, no matter the circumstances. Heh, and it requires some sharp senses to tell what's coming. Oh yeah, we still haven't... Oh, right, we still haven't read all the stuff, or all the books yet. Oh, right. Actually, you know what? After we finish this, I'll go read. Kleist and Co have really been asserting themselves lately. Their power is growing, there's no mistake about it. I'd like to be charitable and chalk it up to business acumen, but I've been hearing some pretty nasty rumors. They say the company is cozying up to the government and the military. If true, it means that business is practically highway robbery. The National Mobilization Law requires private companies to cooperate with the government, but things seem different with Kleist & Co. It shows me to think they could have known from the start how profitable things would become, and cozied up to the government as a result. Even the RF group is cooperating fully with the administration, but things seem different with Kleist & Co. Did they cozy up to the government knowing how profitable things would become? I must be overthinking. Hey, I love, how you doing? Okay, so Kleist Mall dialogue actually done now. Alright, so before I forget even more, let's get to reading the new stuff. Oh, I'm gonna need another sip of water. Alright, so Imperial Chronicle Issue 8. Breaking news, war to start soon, or start at noon, September 1st. Governor General Rufus announced that Operation Jormungand is to start on September 1st, making it 5 days until Erebonia's forces attack the Cavalry Republic. The Empire's successful military expansion. The Imperial Army press office told us that even if they couldn't reveal the finer details, they thought it important to let everyone see the proof that Erebonia is an extremely powerful nation, made so by all its citizens' tireless efforts. The Imperial Army was originally comprised of 20 armored divisions, but 5 more have been established following recent conscriptions. The new recruits are led by select experienced officers, and their divisions are to become reserve forces. RF has provided 12 Dragunov-class railway cannons, with 11 to be used by the main attack force. The Gargantua-class airships are expected to play a major part in military operations, while Calvert's forces are estimated to number around 840,000 soldiers. The Empire is sending 850,000 to the front, with reserve forces that bring the total to 1,250,000. And besides our sheer number or numerical superiority, the Imperial Army is both better trained and equipped, making our advantage clear as day. Notice, beware of Calvert spies. Individuals believed to be Calvardian spies have been sighted in southeastern Lamare. Espionage agents of the same affiliation also previously caused trouble in Heimdall. The public is advised to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity to local authorities. So now we have the Calvardian scare going on in Erebonia now. Oh, that always ends well, right, guys? Special. Emperor Eugen's surgery scheduled. Emperor Eugen's condition is still critical following his shooting over a month ago. He is now scheduled to have surgery, performed by top medical staff while under close guard. Column. Workforce shortages continue. As the war looms near, towns and villages find themselves bereft of young men who have been drafted into the army, but some considerate citizens, like Frito and Loggins, extend a helping hand to find, extend a helping hand to those who find it hard to cope with workforce shortages. Frito and oh, right. These two former fencing club members have been honing their skills since graduation and undertake any work required by the local populace. From culling monsters to delivering parcels, even farm work is fair game. Basically, they're doing like bracer work now. We're just doing what we can. And if we can relieve some of the burden from the bracers, all the better. The helpful young heroes told us. This selfless pair certainly sets an excellent example that we could all stand to follow. A Legendary Chosen One, Part 3. The Chosen Ones. When he woke up, Ando was still in the back seat of the car. The strange man from before was driving. Oh. Hey, you're finally awake. That's good. Don't get any funny ideas, alright? I got friends stationed in your village. You try to escape, I give them the signal to torch your place. Understand? What are you going to do with me? Ando was trying his best not to sound scared. That's a real talent you got there. It's like you said, not just anyone can call down lightning without using a cord to orbit. The way I see it, there are all kinds of ways I can make money off of you. The man spoke casually, as if kidnapping a child off the streets and threatening an entire village was the most natural thing in the world. Ando hadn't been tied up or gagged, but he still felt trapped. There were probably countless ways to escape from the situation, but he had no choice to stay put. What am I doing? He thought. I don't have to do what this guy says. I could probably knock him out with a bolt of lightning. But what if I mess up and kill him? What if he gets the signal out and his friends burn down the village? Ando remembered how the old man in Heimdall scolded him for his irresponsible behavior, and the way his friends back home had acted. Keith and Monty were right. I'm no hero. Showing off just got people mad at me, and now I'm in this mess. Being given a special power that was uniquely his had gone to his head. But he saw the truth now. He was still just a kid, and the situation he'd been put in made him feel more hopeless than ever. The kidnapper smirked. Say goodbye to Erebonia, kid. Odds are you ain't gonna see it again for a long time. There was no response. In fact, the back of the car was unusually quiet all of a sudden. Was the kid just sulking? He adjusted the rearview mirror. Hey, I don't know what you're up to, but he was gone. There's no sign of Ando anywhere. The kidnapper tried to twist around to see better, but the next moment a shock went through his entire body. Ando crashed behind the driver's seat and unleashed one of his bolts. Why you little... The shock wasn't enough to knock the kidnapper out, but it didn't slow him down long enough for Ando to grab the steering wheel. The car veered off on the edge of the road, swerving in every direction. You idiot, you're gonna get us both killed! The kidnapper wrenched her wheel away just in time to avoid crashing into a tree, and slammed on the brakes. Slammed on the brakes, hard. While he was doing that, Ando used a lightning punch. A lightning punch? To shatter the passenger side window, giving him the perfect escape route. So long, sucker. Thanks for slowing down for me. A moment later, he jumped, entrusting his safety to Adios. I know I'm just a kid. If anything really bad happens, there's no way I'll be able to make up for it. But I just can't sit around and let this happen. I figure I can still do something. For a moment, it seemed like Ando was going to hit every branch and every tree before being dashed on the cliffs below. Then a blast of wind blew the branches aside and slowed his descent. He felt someone knock into him. They both tumbled to the ground. They were shaken, but very much alive. Ando looked at the person who stepped in to rescue him. It was Monty, the boy who'd been blessed with the power of wind. He was panting for breath, but still managed to choke out a wry laugh. I never thought you'd actually get kidnapped. That kind of stuff only happened in books. Yeah, thanks man. I would have been a goner for sure if you hadn't been here. And I'm so sorry I got carried away with the whole world domination fantasy. I was being really dumb. Oh, no worries. I wasn't sure I could be brave enough to do something like this, but when I saw you jump out the window, I didn't even have to think about it. It just kinda happened. No sooner had Monty finished his speech than they heard a loud bang from behind them, where the Opal car had been. they quickly turned to look. When Ando jumped, the kidnapper didn't chase after him. He was having enough trouble just trying to right the car and save his own skin. Stupid brat, I'm gonna let the others know about this. You're in for it now. Driving out of the forest and back onto a solid road, he grabbed his communication device. The voice that answered him didn't sound like any of his allies. It sounded a lot younger. Sorry, but your buddies are all tied up. You're the only one left. Heh. And it looks like you saved us the trouble of finding you. It was true. By some strange coincidence, the car had come to rest on the outskirts of Ando's village. And there was Keith, holding another comm device and fixing the kidnapper with a fierce look. Damn it, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm sick and tired of you kids giving me the runaround. He floored the accelerator, ready to drive right through Keith if necessary. The boy stay calm, and sent a stream of water out of each of his hands, aiming at the car's front tires. They burst with a mighty bang. The car spun out of control and toward another large tree. Keith summoned another stream of water, turning the ground to mud and stopping the vehicle in its tracks. He sighed. And here I told Ando we should keep these powers secret, but I guess it's okay to use them a little if it means helping people. With the kidnapper and his gang under lock and key, Ando was free to return home to his friends and family. His parents scolded him for running off in the first place, but they hugged him that much harder now that they knew he was all right. At the time, he couldn't put how he was feeling into words, but he could tell something had changed. He'd taken his first real step toward growing up. This is just a story, of course, but you see the point I'm trying to make, right? Power on its own isn't good for anything. What kind of strength or talent you might have? Whatever kind of strength or talent you might have, think hard about how you can use it to improve the lives of others, understand? Yes, sir. It was another normal day at a normal little academy. Instructor Ando was well liked by his students. He always told the best stories. No one really knew what he did outside of working hours though, and no one would ever connect him or his two friends to the mysterious team that worked so hard to protect the people of Erebonia from the shadows. This was a group no one knew for sure even existed. It was just a rumor, an urban legend. They had been chosen to wield power unlike anyone else, and in their own way, they had become heroes. Oh, that's cool. Little time skip. Ando's an instructor to, I would assume, by his students? Probably at like some kind of training hall or whatever, and that's cool. So I guess that's it for Legendary Chosen One. Alright. Oh, whoops. Wait, did I, I already read this, right? Okay, I think I did read this before. Okay. Okay, now we got chapter 8. Actually, let me double check. Chest tighten up. Okay. Yeah, we did read chapter 7. Okay. 3 and 9, chapter 8. Gravity and Artifacts. 3 and 9 returned to the hill, or more accurately, where the hill used to be. It was now completely unrecognizable. A sizable chunk of it was gone, having been strewn about the area in the form of countless bits of rubble. The Emperor stood right where they had left him, seemingly unfazed. As 3 and 9 had surmised, he had sustained at least some manner of injury, nothing major, but his ever-present robe, under which he had hidden his face, had been reduced to little more than a shredded cape. Underneath, he wore a gold helmet bearing a crown design. In his hand, he carried a golden scepter with a spherical tip. His body was covered in golden armor. The word ostentatious was insufficient to describe his heavily gilded countenance. Everything about him suggested both needless grandeur and wicked Okay, why am I trying to pronounce this? Condescension? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh my god. I knew you'd be back. You two aren't complete fools after all, the Emperor called out to them. 3 and 9 remained silent as they slowly approached. So, have you decided? Which of you two will gain the organization's forgiveness? 3 and 9 turned to each other and nodded. 3 removed his hand from his sword, leaving it unsheathed. 3 knelt down and closed his eyes, showing acceptance of what was to come. In response, 9 pulled out some of her poison needles and silently launched them at 3's neck. Or at least, that's how she made it appear. At the last second before the needles parted from her fingers, she deftly altered their trajectory, sending them speeding toward the Emperor instead. The envenomed projectiles whizzed perfectly through the air as ever. However, they neared their intended target, or as they neared their intended target, they suddenly curved downward sharply, plummeting harmlessly to the ground. Very well. I hear your answer loud and clear, the Emperor proclaimed, looking up at the pair. You both wish to die today. Not a chance, 9 called out. Throwing another volley of needles directly at the Emperor, their trajectory suddenly shifted again, this time upward. From his kneeling position, 3 quickly shifted his stance and pushed forward off the ground with all the power he could muster in his legs. He launched himself at the Emperor, breaking into a full-on charge. We've had enough. You're the one meeting their death today. 3 began slashing away at his target with incredible speed. His lightning-quick strikes grew slow and sluggish as soon as they neared the Emperor, however. With his assailant's speed so drastically curbed, the man was able to use his golden scepter to effortlessly bat aside the boy's assault. In the same instant, 9 second-set needles changed direction mid-air and began falling straight down toward the Emperor. She managed to calculate the range of his gravitational field with just a single throw. Once she understood its effect on projectiles, she was able to revise her trajectory. Moreover, she had factored in the increased acceleration from the higher gravity, meaning her needles would hit harder than normal. Despite all that, however, her attack was neutralized by a flick of the Emperor's gilded arm. It was still not enough to penetrate his armor. It was, however, more than sufficient to rouse his ire. You dare defy me? Me! Livid, he swung his scepter downward. 3 immediately reacted, just barely managing to block the attack with the sword. Even so, the impact alone threw him back several arge. The 3 could feel his brain rattle in his skull from the force of the blow. There was no way the Emperor's physical strength and the weight of the scepter alone could do that. It occurred to 3 that there must have been another way he was able to manipulate gravity. You will be purged, the Emperor said in a low growl. The same words 3 had heard him say a few hours ago and 3 years ago. When the Emperor spoke like this, it was nothing less than the arbitration of a death sentence. At the sound of those words, past memories bubbled up in 3's mind, and an old terror began to grip him. His legs grew wobbly, and he started to stagger. One glance back at 9 was all it took for him to restore his resolve, however. He forced himself back on his feet, reflexively snapping into a fighting stance. 9 continued to provide covering fire with their needles as 3 renewed his assault. Their approach proved no more fruitful than before. Even so, as 3 continued to fight under such grueling conditions, he slowly became more capable. His understanding of his foe's gravitational trickery improved. His strikes grew more swift and precise as a result. The way his muscles intuitively reacted, and the angle and speed at which he swung his swords, he was slowly chipping away at the Emperor's overwhelming advantage. Though 3 may not have enjoyed the same powers of insight his partner possessed, his skills in close-quarters combat were elite even by the most exacting of standards. For her part, 9's cover was solid and unwavering. Realizing her needles had no hope of piercing the Emperor's golden plating, she had instead began aiming for gaps between its pieces. Bro, how crazy does your aim have to be to aim needle projectiles through gaps in armor? Bro. It was an incredibly difficult task, but as she grew more accustomed to the disrupting effects of the gravitational field, she was gradually getting closer. She began weaving in offensive arts along with her volleys and needles in order to keep the Emperor on his toes. Her attacks appeared simple enough for a foe to deal with, but they still managed to pull his attention away from 3, even if only for a moment. The fight raged on, and after a bit of time, 3 and 9 appeared to have finally begun gaining the upper hand, yet the Emperor didn't seem unfazed in the slightest. His expression was unreadable beneath the shadows of his helmet, but it was clear from his body language that he still believed himself fully in control of the situation. 3 managed to land the occasional strike, but even his swords seemed to do little against the Emperor's impossibly resilient armor. In an attempt to land a heavier blow, 3 launched himself into the air, intending to let gravity carry his swords downward, just as 9's needles had. However, he found himself soaring far higher than he had intended, impossibly so, as though he had suddenly sprouted wings. His mark completely missed. He lost his sense of balance and began tumbling through the air. He quickly realized it could only have been due to more of his foe's trickery. Reduce gravity? Expertly seizing the opening, the Emperor raised his scepter overhead, then swiftly swung it downward as if mimicking this motion. 3 suddenly dropped out of the air, thrown to the hard ground below like a rag doll. The air knocked out of his lungs. 3 struggled to catch his breath, spitting up mouthfuls of blood in between gasps. Get out of the way, he's not done! Saved by 9's frantic warning, 3 just barely managed to roll out of the way. A split second later, the scepter slammed down into the ground where he had just been. As the gravity-enhanced scepter connected with the rocky ground below, it let out a powerful blast, leaving a crater in its wake. S! The resulting shockwave launched 3 to the side, knocking him to relative safety. Had he taken a direct hit, he would have been completely pulverized. Though dazed, he was still aware enough to signal to 9 that he was okay. He forced himself to his feet. The battle had completely changed. The Emperor had begun manipulating gravity levels on a constant cycle, and 3 was forced into a defensive position. Whenever he managed to get a handle on his foe's barrage of attacks, he found the gravity level altered yet again, forcing him to start back at 0. It was impossible for him to fight in such ever-changing conditions. The situation was taxing for 9 as well. She found herself forced to constantly recalculate the field's range and gravity value, severely reducing the number of effective attacks she was able to launch. Despite their bleak outlook, the 2 of them continued to hold out. Even when pressured, 3 served as an excellent vanguard, consistently denying the Emperor any opportunities for a decisive strike. 9, meanwhile, continued to back him up flawlessly, acting with surgical precision that ensured no opening went to waste. She called out to him as he leapt back, putting some distance between himself and the Emperor. I think I figured something out. Let's hear it. 3 waited for it to continue, keeping his guard up and watching closely for any sign of attack coming from the Emperor. Have you noticed anything different from when you and Ace fought him before? Was he carrying anything in his left hand back then? 3 glanced at his foe's left hand, seeing it empty. He thought back to 3 years ago. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure he had an orb with him. Purple, with a golden sculpture of a crow on it. The battle back then was completely one-sided, just as I suspected. 9 nodded. Is the orb inside the staff now? 3 had also sensed something was different, but had simply chalked it up to the Emperor toying with them, as he didn't consider them to be a true threat to him, factoring in what 9 had just pointed out. However, cast things in a much different light. Oh, so you realized. The Emperor paused his onslaught, as though in recognition of 9's keen observation. Wait. You see the implements he has on him now. I suspect at one point, he had 4 different artifacts that let him control gravity. 4, huh? Taking note of the Emperor's equipment. Right. Right. A helmet with a crown motif that can increase or reduce the overall level of gravity. Armor that absorbs the force impact imparted by attacks the moment they're received. A scepter that sends out a devastating gravitational wave when it makes contact with its target. And an orb with a crow perched on it that allows its wielder to alter gravity on a target-by-target basis. Oh, what the heck? Oh. So you can alter gravity per target and overall around him? What the heck? 9 paused her explanation for a moment as she looked defiantly at the Emperor. The reason he had worn that tattered cloak was now clear. If someone were to wield so many artifacts at once as he did, it would be necessary to conceal them. Failure to do so would surely attract unwanted attention from the church. Now that you mention it this time around, he hasn't been moving faster, while slowing down us down at the same time, 3 said. When we fought him before, we could even touch him. It was true that in their fight against him, 3 and Ace have been struggling under different levels of gravity than the Emperor. There was no doubt he was toying with them in the present, but at the very least, both sides were battling under the same levels of gravity, constantly shifting through as they were. As such, the pair's odds of winning were much better this time around. I think he either lost the orb at some point or was destroyed, or at least damaged in the rock slide, Nine explained. The pair realized that if this were true, now was the best chance to take down the Emperor once and for all. A talented tool indeed. The Emperor's voice was low, tinged with a hint of perverse delight. The artifacts that were collectively known as the Monarch's Regalia. I'm impressed you were able to analyze their capabilities in such a limited amount of time. You, Nine of Swords, are truly outstanding. I don't want your praise, you bastard. Ignoring Nine's retort, the Emperor continued on, his exhilaration giving way to a violent savagery. But even the greatest tool is worthless if it will not submit to its rightful place in my hands. His body began levitating, broken chunks of earth underfoot rising up with him. With all the force he could muster, he swung his scepter into a nearby boulder, and worthless tools must be disposed of. In that instant, the boulder shattered into shards of all shapes and sizes that were sent rocketing toward Nine. Watch out! 3 cried out. The shards flew out like a salvo of bullets from 1,000 different guns. All of them, pointed directly at one target, pointed directly at one target. It was a grim sight, not unlike a single soldier standing before the assault of an entire army. Panicked, 3 rushed into the line of fire. He brandished his swords and did everything he could to prevent the shards from reaching 9. He deflected and broke what he could, using his body as a shield for the rest. But there was a considerable distance between him and 9. One he could not cover easily. By the time he leapt into the way, a great many shards were already too far ahead. 3 was too late. 9 had no realistic chance of avoiding the entirety of the attack, and instead devoted her efforts to simply avoiding the worst of the pieces of stone flying at her. There were far too many, however, and one managed to slip through her defenses. She suffered a direct hit to the abdomen, and a red mist sprayed from her mouth as she crumpled to the earth. To be continued. Oh man, this fight's getting intense. Oh, okay. Also, wait, was there any other dialogue that we needed to get to? No, we did the rest lodge off there. Okay. So, let's go continue with Ordis now. Let's go to Hotel Ortensia. 3-9 is a good read. Yeah, it's really fun reading the fight choreography and everything. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I swear if we find 3 and 9 later on in like Trails into Reverie, yeah, let's fucking go. You know, I'm still waiting for whenever Falcom will include the crystallization disease from Back Alley Doctor that we've read in Trails from Zero. I'm still waiting on that. Yet like anything they include in these books are up in the air on whether or not they'll actually be true or be cleverly over exaggerated like fictional works based off what the heck? Based on certain real people or organizations. You were wondering about the crystallization disease when you were playing 02? Yeah, I know. I'm like, no, they got included sometime. If not in Reverie, they definitely got included somewhere in Kuro no Kiseki, because I want to see a tragic like side quest or point in the main story where that comes up. I will lose my shit. Also, wait, was it Baker's? Congrats on being able to slack on purchasing FF14 for another expansion. Down gonna be through Evansward by the time 6.5 hits. Yeah, no, I haven't really been playing too much FF14 off stream. Mostly because of like, there's just so much stuff to do, like, or that I want to do in my free time, like gacha wise or whatever the heck, or maybe I'm like exporting VODs and timestamping shit. Which timestamping does take a little while to make sure that I clearly mark off like where the points of interest are in the Cold Steel VODs and everything. Because like, I'm pretty sure we've all asked that. I'll ask this question at one point in time when it comes to like watching any like JRPG playthrough that's unedited or whatever. It's like, man, when is this person gonna get to like the main story? So we get through all this dialogue and it's like, okay, here's the main story now. And it does take a little while to kind of like sift through the right times and everything. Stormblood was a really good expansion, nice to see it go free. From what my friends said, they said the story was definitely not its highest point, but the dungeons and raids is like the selling point of Stormblood from what they said. Because like they like the story of Heavensward and all that, but then for Stormblood they weren't too keen on it compared to Heavensward. But they made up for it by how good the quality of the dungeons and raids were. But I don't know what their thoughts are on Shadowbringers and Endwalker though, because obviously they don't want to get my hopes up too much by spoiling or maybe accidentally spoiling whatever might have happened in there. But yeah. It's gonna be so hard dividing up time with what I actually want to do like on stream or off stream, because I know not too many people are that excited for FF14 on stream, but I do like the comfy FF14 MSQ streams if I get in the mood for it every now and again. But yeah, again, like coupling like with what's gonna come up on the horizon, like for over the next several months, dude, like the schedule is packed as fuck for me. Like we got Cold Steel 4, obviously. Trails into Reverie that I still need to get to eventually. Later in August, Armored Core 6. Right now, concurrently, Remnant 2 solo. And speaking of solo, whenever I can schedule it with Solomon and Swerve, Remnant 2 co-op whenever our schedules line up. Although, because of my current situation right now, I have all the free time in the world, so scheduling is not a problem with me. So from what it looks like, maybe Remnant 2 co-op weekends will be a thing, but again, it's whenever they can get the game and line it up and everything. But yeah, so we got Remnant 2 stuff, and then we got the hype with the next Path of Exile League, and well, I would say Path of Exile 2, but it's still far off from actually releasing. We gotta wait 1 year for closed beta for Path of Exile 2. I'm just like, oh my god, dude. I was so hyped for everything that they're showing, and now that like it's the post announcement, and now that the announcement stuff has been the announcement hype has been kind of like simmering down a bit, and people are kind of like taking a finer look at some details of the announcements. Some people are kind of bummed out about Path of Exile 1 and 2 being separate games now at this point, that you can kind of select or whatever, or something like that. Because, one thing about the split player base and the uncertainty of like how efficiently GGG can basically have two different teams working on two separate games concurrently and all that, which is honestly kind of weird, yeah. But it's more like we'll have to see it for ourselves with how the quality of the leagues in both Path of Exiles 1 and 2 will play out. But yeah, like we'll be busy. Well, actually, okay, I have a very bad track record of doing Path of Exile stuff in general. But yeah, we'll be busy with Path of Exile down the line, and then we got the occasional like Grand Blue story, FGO event stuff. And speaking of, like the Nero Fest revival or whatever is coming back on the end of the month right now, and we got like some Star Rail stuff that I want to keep doing right now, and maybe later tonight if I feel like it, and then whatever else down the line that I'm completely forgetting about. And also further down the line, even though there's only a release year, no release date, Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. I'm waiting for that. Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion is a very short, simple, but really damn fun and smooth game and experience through and through. Like, it knows what it is. Like, it's very short and sweet to the point. You just don't want to pay your fucking taxes, and now you gotta do some busy work for a certain onion mayor, and you just mess shit up. And then, the funny story about Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, I believe it came up in an AMA as like, man, it'd be perfect if we had a sequel or something where Turnip Boy robs a bank or something like that. I think like somebody joked about like, oh, what's next after evading taxes, robbing a bank? And lo and behold, Turnip Boy robs a bank. Although, I believe it's still only the release year that was announced for some time this year. Or is it next year? I think it was this year. But we still don't have an exact date yet, unfortunately. But from the trailers I did see of Turner Boy Robs a Bank, I'm pretty excited for it, not gonna lie. It looks silly fun. But yeah, there's like so many games and everything coming up. Oh my god. And like also like whatever else I want to get through too. Like I still have the 3DS games that I can stream too for like SMT4 and for Apocalypse. We got like SMT Strange Journey, all the Etrian Odyssey games except for 3 because for some reason 3 is still on oh no, wait. Oh no, there's the Etrian Odyssey 3 port or remaster that is on Steam or whatever. But yeah, I'll still be playing the 3DS versions though, mostly because like I already bought the games and went through the process of being able to like dump the games onto my PC. So I'm not gonna re-buy Etrian Odysseys 1 and 2. I'll probably have to buy, I'll obviously have to buy 3 because that's the only one I don't have. But who knows when I'll get to the Etrian Odyssey games. And oh my god, dude, the backlog is just never ending, and I've chosen the longest fucking games ever to get through backlogs of. Like, again, Trail series, SMT, like, the never-ending, like, content, well, albeit with dead weeks in between, with, like, Grand Blue, FGO, Starro, and then whatever the fuck with FF14, like, whenever I get around to that. Oh my god. I mean, I'm pretty giddy about, like, all the stuff that I can do now, but I'm like, oh my god. It's too much to do. Anyways, speaking of too much at this point, let's get through all this dialogue. We've sent some truly excellent employees to the mansion. There's a certain someone we have been given the honor of providing care for. Even if her demeanor is looking better, she still seems fairly worn out. I truly empathize with her situation. I pray that I can one day see a smile on her face once more. Could this certain someone possibly be Empress Priscilla? The Empress' condition is definitely troubling, and then there's also the situation with the Crown Prince. My employees here are at the hotel are obligated to provide care for a certain guest of honor at the mansion. They operate with complete devotion, endeavoring to smooth out any wrinkle of anxiety or stress. Oh, these two guys are still talking here? I have some news that might interest you. Oh, my ears are open then. It's something I've heard from an acquaintance in Heimdall. Information regarding certain new operations that are about to begin. Large-scale operations. New operations in the current situation. Then that can mean you catch my drift. In addition, this information comes from a very reputable source. I'd say it looks like a guaranteed deal. Now return on investment is 20%, but the catch is that only fairly large deposit sums will be accepted. Well, as far as advanced information goes, this is quite detailed. If I understand you correctly, you're proposing a joint investment of sorts. Hey Mel, how you doing? That I am. And if I know you as well as I think I do, Count Richmond, you'll jump at the chance. That was close. I almost let this perfect chance to make a killing slip through my fingers. I must take action and quickly. I do detest the idea of having to owe Gordy anything. How about I take the initiative and up my own investment to the max? Ha ha ha. Really, there's absolutely no way I'd have managed this with the amount of capital I currently have. And that's precisely why I'll be getting you to let me use yours, Richmond. You'll see soon enough. Especially since I'm investing extra. That way, I'll be seen as the representative of this investment venture. Wahaha. Bro. The investment wars going on between these two. Now, I'll invest so much more that I'll get more from out of this deal than he would his own. I was like, this sucker will join in my deal, but I'll contribute so much that everyone will think it's just my grand plan or some shit. I don't fucking know what they're doing. Riveria Court is an establishment with history behind it, the same as this hotel. I'm certain they were proud of the building, which had been carefully maintained over the past decades by each passing generation. But instead of receiving acclaim, it's been forcibly relocated, its former location commandeered for use as a conscription office. The government's hand is not a gentle one. Riveria Court has been forcibly relocated, its former location commandeered for use as a conscription office. The government is harsh. As someone working at an establishment with a similar amount of history behind it, I must say that it pains me to see. Okay, we got some people up here. Yep. Wait a second. Bro, oh wait, no, that's our, no, hell, that's our main thing here, right? Hotel Ortensia and Ordis. Oh, from Kayla, right. Those two, Count Richmond and Count Gordy, have been rivals for many years. They both made names for themselves as high-level investors. Whenever there were profits to be had, they were at each other's throats. A few years back, they had some heavy losses during the Civil War. That's when their slow descent first began. They really are made for each other, aren't they? They're, frenemies, I guess. My younger brother lives together with my parents. I just heard that both he and my father have been conscripted. Their notice arrived this morning. They'll be stationed in Ruhr, apparently. I guess you could say that it's far enough from the front lines in Crossbell. Still, anyone in my situation would be worried. Family is something that transcends money and all else. My father and younger brother have been called to take part in the war. I won't lie, I'm very worried about them. I might not show it on the outside, but on the inside, I'm constantly fretting. Alright. Let's go talk with everyone around the around the statue. I've heard chatter of Ordis nobles taking steps down the path leading us to war. I haven't come across too much regarding what the four great houses are up to, though. I can't imagine they're simply sitting by in silence. They could be operating in secret, right? No. I imagine the nobles must be interested in the matters of the four great houses. There's nothing public so far, but they could be operating in secret, right? If there is no real future in maritime shipping, then how are we supposed to keep financially afloat? We'll drown at this rate. Oh, honey, calm down and pull yourself together. If you don't steer yourself in a new direction soon, your family won't be able to support itself in the future. You think I don't know that? Four great houses? You only thought there were 3 houses? Hey Seneca, how you doing? What knowledge and experience gained in the maritime shipping industry just don't translate to anywhere else. I know I'm in deep water, but if I can't find a way to ensure my family's well-being... My husband seems completely lacking in confidence. Given how things are, I don't think we'll see much progress anytime soon. Fire Emblem lied. Even if we call on our so-called contacts, I don't see them being able to pull us up out of our current situation. Oh, what are we to do? Jacqueline's ice cream flavors are so delightful. Here I am, having been conscripted, and I can't even do the one thing that I love, shop. My life's in the toilet. But being able to eat something delicious, that always calms me down. It's like I'm in another world. Wow, it really picked me right up. I'm gonna go out there and do my best. I can get right back to my peaceful shopaholic ways. I have to say, you're looking a little gaunt. If you let your dark thoughts build up, eventually they'll morph into something more wicked. Do me a favor, alright? Eat as much delicious food as you can, and take a nap every now and then. It'll do you a world of good. Just leave your worries at the door and choose what you like. All my flavors will leave you feeling refreshed. I've personally crafted these recipes to make sure of that. Wait, where's the Am I blind? Oh, there he is. Take a loan out or something? Nah, I don't think Wagner can take a loan out in his current situation. He only gets 6 hours of sleep. Hey, that's more than me. We finally have the complete combatant figures. It would appear we've taken another step toward actual war. As nobles, it is our duty to enact punishment for cowards' disrespect towards His Majesty. I do detest cooperating with the Imperial government, but I'm making an exception. How twisted that civil war was the event that, to show us the true power of the Imperial army. If we nobles were to join forces with the government, we'd wipe coward off the map without a doubt. There's been complaints across town about the price jumps, and now they've gone up just gone up yet again. Conscription's in full swing. The goods marked for military use have doubled, but the number of capable farmers has plummeted. That kind of thing leads to market scarcity for products, resulting in sudden price jumps. We're always being strong-armed by the stupid government. They knew full well what the conscription would result in. Seeing families and friends out in the front, out in front of the conscription office having tearful goodbyes, it really hurts to see. I mean, there's no guarantee they'll even be able to come back from the war. Just be like, your city open more logistics warehouses. Oh no. I hope the higher ups can sort things out before I get trapped in a protracted war. Those are the ones to fear. You gotta feel sorry for these people. Just ordinary citizens being sent to slaughter. Good old war to irrelevancy. Civ 5 has taught me a lot. Okay, so I believe that's everything in this area. Alright, now let's go check out the Noble District. Part of me wants to reinstall Civ 5 and go play around with the Vox Populi mod again. I wonder if it's been updated recently. Cause like I remember being bothered by some parts of the base game, well, I say no, I meant like vanilla Civ 5 with expansions and everything. But I've always been bothered a little bit by some certain aspects of its balancing or whatever, and the Vox Populi mod is really cool. But I'm not sure if it's been maintained after all these years. I contacted Chief Warrant Officer Brighton in Heimdall. He was tough but motivating. There's a lot happening, but he asked me to make sure I fulfill my duties as thoroughly as possible. It looks like the anti-coward protests and rallies in Heimdall are reaching frenzied levels. Chief Warrant Officer Brighton must be having a really tough time out there. I'll do everything here, or I can here, so that I can probably say I'm one of his subordinates. Right up until the other day, the Imperial Defense Force were strutting around as if they owned the place. Your military forces are preparing for the coming war, and your protection has been entrusted to us, they said. Give me a break. But at some point, they completely disappeared without any explanation. What the hell is going on? Where's their sense of responsibility? What are all of you doing here? We have a war on our hands. This is the time to volunteer, not to be out frolicking about. I, of course, have been cooperating to the fullest of my ability. Look closely at the tankers being loaded in the bay. Several of those are mine. Given that cargo ships are in such a short supply, I loaned mine out to the Navy. Ha ha. Yeah, get ready for it to sink. The idea of working with the government still disgusts me to my core, but plummeting trade means we have an excess of ships just sitting around in the dock. We may as well take advantage of the situation. If it means they'll owe us later on, ha ha ha. I have a feeling they're not going to pay back the nobles and let them sink. Oh, wait, Hawkins and Mercedes? Oh no! Heathcliff, no! It can't be. Heathcliff has been sent to war? It happened, or I happened over here. But apparently he was following the will of his current head of the house. He used to be a liaison officer in Crossbell. I'm truly surprised as well, as there was no sign of him doing something like this before. Heathcliff, he decided that bringing up you decided that bringing up to me before... Wait. You decided that bringing up to me before was cowardly, didn't you? I've decided. I'm going after Heathcliff. Well, what are you saying, my lady? Hasn't he already joined up? If I ended up never seeing him again, I would regret it for the rest of my life. Don't you see, Hawkins? I have to do this. Don't try to stop me. As usual, when it comes to that gentleman, you become most earnest, my lady. You leave me with no choice. If your mind is set on this course of action, I will offer whatever assistance I can. Thank you. Heathcliff, no. Seneca plays. Oh, wait. Oh, a sub-event? Huh. Although if we're going to the... Oh, hold on, wait. If we're going to go into the mansion for a sub-event where Empress Priscilla is... Probably Muse for one. Probably Eustace would be more fitting. Maybe Ash. Maybe Angelica because of what she went through in the estate. Although I feel like it either might be a private talk or just involve Reed and Toa or something, but Dawn Dooley with this crowd. Yuna. Altina. We'll swap in Dooley just in case. Okay, let's see if we get like a bit of extra dialogue out of that then. Alright. Huh, you guys. Ahem, the governor has has ordered us to allow our honored guests to pass through. If you have any business here, feel free to go on through. In short, it means that we're free to come and go. I'd like to give him my regards. Should we drop in? Duke Kyne's mansion is now accessible. Oh, right, wait, right, Governor Regnitz, right, actually wait, I need to put in Machias. Yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah, okay. Ordis is the location of the noble faction's headquarters. Well, we are in a great position to take action, fully knowing the position of the nobles. We can forget the bad blood between us and work together, and all work together for the peace of the Empire and the society as we know it, society as we know it. We do have a giant assault ship. Sort of. When we arrived in Ordis with the Imperial Governor, we were criticized to Gehenna and backed by its residents. On top of that, our deplorable behavior toward the Empress, in her weakened state no less, eats right away at me. But now that the governor has earned some trust from the citizens, and her highness is recovering, I hope to refresh myself as well, as best to face whatever turmoil the war will bring. I'm glad you're here. It seems you've been through a lot, but it's a relief to see you safe. Thank you. But from the way you said that, it's as if you know something about our situation. Yes, I may have heard something about it. It made me sick when I heard that the meeting between the country leaders had been attacked. However, it seems a certain individual showed up in his new airship to save the day. Perhaps it's just best to say I'm glad you were all safe. Wow, you do know a lot. The situation isn't great, but we've been entrusted with everyone's hopes. We have to do what we can to be a beacon of light for them. I'll be looking forward to you doing so then. The momentum pushing us toward war is increasing even here in Ordis. I intend to monitor it myself. Thank you. We appreciate your efforts. This is a duty of mine as interim supervisor. That and watching over the Empress. She must be worried. Why don't you go and say hello? You should be able to find her in the banquet hall. Huh. Schwarzer, do we have the time? For this? Of course. The banquet hall is straight down this corridor. Please go ahead and explain the current situation to Her Highness. Sorry for being in such a rush. There have been a lot of issues in Ordis too. I suppose all there is to do is examine the situation and handle things appropriately. Nevertheless, I'm expecting great things from you. The Empress is smiling again. I feel like I haven't seen her smile much at all lately. As someone in her employ and as a... excuse me. As someone in her employ and a citizen of this empire, I'm absolutely overjoyed. Okay, what about you? There was a skirmish between Panzer soldiers in here a few days ago. They absolutely ruined my pristine shiny floor with dozens and dozens of scratches. But I've gone through loads of wax to get it back in shape. It's almost reached peak perfection. Peak perfection. Of course, I would have appreciated if we kept the soldiers off the floors in the first place. Yeah, we did kinda... yeah. Wait, enter the waterway? Oh, right, the waterway. What about here then? Ah. Why, you're Lord Alfred's granddaughter. Please excuse my not realizing it before when you were a student. A dreadful oversight on my behalf. I was so delighted to hear you were decided upon as the next Duchess. It's quite alright, and thank you. Please note for now, though, that I'm not Mildine. I'm simply Muse, a regular schoolgirl. I must ask that you don't treat me as a member of House Cayenne, but rather as a common guest. My lady. As you wish. You have the maximum hospitality I can offer a guest while you are here in the mansion. Just beyond here is the banquet hall. If you wish to head inside, I'll be sure to serve you the finest tea the Cayenne family has to offer. I truly hope you enjoy your time here. With Governor Regnitz's blessing, we should be able to meet the Empress. Should we head to the banquet hall now? A servant showed Rena and the others to the banquet hall. Actually, maybe I should have included Kurt instead of, Angelica, maybe? It's a pleasure to see you all again. And even more so that you made it through under the circumstances. Sorry it took us so long. It's an honor to make your acquaintance again, Your Highness. I'm glad to see you're well. I suppose you've heard about what's happened with us? Yes. Thanks to Governor Regnitz, I had the main details of your exploits. Reuniting with your friends and Alphen accompanying you on your journey. And, even more importantly, that dear Oliver is safe. Seems like you've heard it all. We were just as relieved, and maybe even more surprised. He's helping us find a third path to walk. I don't know how much help, I don't know how much we can help as a country, how much we can help as our country marches into war. But we're going to do everything we can as members of Thors to stop this awful tragedy. I'm grateful to hear that. You have all done so much to help me, and yet I can't do anything in return. If only I could have told His Majesty about this. I heard that the date of the operation is close. Yes, that's right. Sometime within the next few days, apparently. All I can do is pray to Adios for the operation to be a success. Your Highness, you can tell she really loves the Emperor. Yes, we did hear a lot has happened. please, let me pray for him to, recover too. Thank you, all of you. Please look out for Oliver, Alphen, and Cedric too. Well, I can only guarantee 2 of those 3. We will, Your Majesty. You know, I would have laughed my ass off if we could have ended up playing Pom Pom Party versus Empress Priscilla. Although that would need people with like Arcus 2s and stuff, but that would have been hilarious that we're just casually playing like Pom Party with the Empress. Oh, that would have been so funny. Or sorry about that. Or Vantage Masters for that matter. I'm so happy to hear you all say that. If only I could tell His Majesty about this. I know you must have your hands full, but please, look after Oliver, Alphen, and Cedric for me. Wait, it just seems to me more opulent rooms. It's probably best to not go any further. Okay. Actually, can we talk to Regnitz again? Or Governor Regnitz? Nah. Okay. Alright, so we talked to everyone outside here. Now we just need to go to each of the buildings here. So let's go to the cathedral. 2 people inside, people up there in front. Well, shall we set off to the towns in the south to perform mass for them? Wait a minute, I haven't taken my cookies to the Cayenne estate yet. I didn't put enough sugar in today, so I had to start over. So that's what you've been busying yourself doing, Sister Sienna. I'm sorry. When I think of the poor Empress, I can't just stand around twiddling my thumbs. And hey, my daily cookie deliveries actually did some good. Those annoying Imperial defense jerks admitted defeat and left. Sister, I don't think that's why they left. I don't know where to start. Anyway, we normally don't intervene in secular matters. At least ask the Archbishop for permission before you go again. Okay, I'll go ask him right away. I baked a boatload of cookies so we can hand them out to all of the faithful down south. I guess I should have cleared it with the Archbishop first though. I'll go ask him about it now. Maybe we spoil Sister Sienna, but there are worse things, I think. Her cheery nature is a blessing in these grim times, so I think we can overlook it. I knew that the scale of the conflict would be large, but I didn't expect it to be so all-encompassing. Were things always headed to this point? Yeah, for the past like 1,000 years or so. We were going to have to act with great care from here on. I too must aid those who have lost their way. You work so hard, Marquis. I fear I've imposed upon you terribly. Oh, not at all. I'd wager you have far more difficult challenges to contend with. In truth, I should be apologizing for foisting such a big role upon you. Make sure you look after yourself, daughter of Alfred. Thank you, Marquis. Being a member of the nobility carries a lot of responsibility. To lose our way at some point is inevitable, I'm afraid. Our burdens weigh heavier than ever during this turning point in history. Offering some advice is all I can do. Well, really, the neighboring states are taking action. That's what I've heard anyway. If it's true, then who knows what will happen. There's no telling who will win this war now, or even how long it can end up lasting. And yet it is the ordinary citizens who will suffer the most for this. Indeed. Galton? So the neighboring provinces are acting covertly. Still, what do we do? Do we join the government's side, or...? Well, honestly, that is a tough stance to take. If you're an Erebonian. Hey, have you heard of the Lance Maiden? They say she's the super... Wait! Oh, I need to bring Duvali and Laura here. Okay, I need to make a save and reload this. They say she's super strong, super cool lady knight.
who ended something called the War of the Lions. Neat, huh? When I grow up, I want to be just like her.
This coming war is going to be far greater than any conflict we've ever seen, the Civil War included. I feel so uneasy whenever I think of the future. I come to church to find some peace, and to stop myself from subjecting my daughter to my apprehensions. Okay, time out. We're making a save. Okay, I can reload here real quick, actually. Okay, wait. Do we have extra dialogue if we bring in Laura and if we bring in Duvali if they end up talking about her? Anyone else that would say anything? Not really, and I really doubt Randy would actually say anything for that matter. But just in case. Okay, let's see what the little girl has to say now.
Let's go. Very well.
You know, part of me wanted like a little line or two from Duvali or Laura relating to Aryan Road. Oh my god, okay, that would have been a nice touch, but okay. There's been some sort of incident in the holy city of Arteria, the high seat of the Septine Church. The Grossraider is also working in earnest, albeit independently from the actions taken by the Papal Guard. Oh yeah, they did say that something's been going on with the Papal Guard, right? All throughout the ages, this same conflict over the sacraments of Adios perpetuates itself time and again. Oh, worry not. Pay my musings no mind. No matter the era, the role of the Church will never change. We must pray to Adios for the well-being of our loved ones. Sacraments of Adios.
The story of the Septarians is recorded in the testaments of the Septine Church. Maybe there's something we can learn from it.
Actually, I wonder if... Hold on. I wonder if Gaius will have anything to say about this. Anything for Gaius? Given his position? And then maybe Emma might have something to say about that. Anyone else relating to... No, not really. Okay, let's see.
Let's go.
Ah. Oh, whoops. Even in the darkest of times, we all have our parts to play. Things we can do to make the world a better place. It would seem that the Grossraider ship was forced to make an unexpected landing on the road to town. Oh. However insignificant it may be, the cathedral offered what little support it could to those affected. The distinguished folk of the Congregation for Divine Worship might not like it, but pay them no mind. In their own way, they're all doing what they can to overcome this crisis. Now we all have to work together. The Septine Church is communicating with its various branches in secret. Using our resources and information, we're trying to improve the lives of the people, even if only a little. Mysterious phantom flowers and fiends have started to appear frequently in the area, here in Lamare. Cryptids, you say? There are even reports of the devils like the ones in the testaments. The Grossraider are doing what they can, but we must try to prevent prevent people from being caught up in the chaos. Prevent the chaos. Man, that's also another game I want to play too. I want to play FF Origin. I want to kill chaos. Oh wait, the Floral Residence? Wait. Let me see who's here real quick. Do I need to bring Elisa into this? Oh, actually, maybe I should just bring her anyway. So Elisa, I don't think. Maybe we'll just have. Maybe.
My turn.
I just went to pour some tea for the master. I've never seen him look so anguished. Excuse me, that isn't something a maid should be saying. It's a maid's duty to support her master. No matter what else is going on, I intend to do just that. Rennie has gone to help Citron. It's a little hectic around here today. I'm also worried about the master. Maybe later I could bake some of his favorite madeleines. Or is that how you pronounce it? Madeleine? Madeleine? I'm not sure actually. Line? Huh. English is hard. Actually no, where did that word, what's the origin of that word? You know what, well fuck it, we're searching this up. From France, originally. Madeline? Ah. Madeline. Huh. Wait, what's this one? Madeline's? Madeline? Madeleines? Huh. It seems like a case of multiple pronunciations from what I'm looking up. Huh. Oh, like, cause French pronunciation and English pronunciation. Huh. Interesting. So wait, how's the IPA for this? You know, we're gonna get sidetracked forever at this rate. Thank you, Google. It's a shame that it has come to this. I imagine the neutral families will be forced to reconsider their principles. We can only soften the blow with the careful release of information. I know she's worried about she's worried about my lady, but the job of a maid at times like these is to support the master of the house. Oh, I'm fine. I have a few letters I need to prepare as soon as possible. I see. Please don't push yourself too hard. The master has so many worries and anxieties, but he has good cause given the circumstances. The lives of so many are in his hands, and he doesn't know which way the war is going to take us. Oh, it's you. It seems that Operation Mio Mirage is finally in play. So you heard. He certainly holds his own as a representative of the current noble faction. I admit, there was a part of me holding out hope that if anyone could stop this tragedy, it would be the next Duchess of Cayenne and General Le Guin. Count Florald. Originally, that responsibility laid with the four great houses, but I am sorry we couldn't be any help. Oh, worry not. It was a long shot by any means. But since the four great houses cannot act, all I can do is fulfill my duty as a representative of the noble faction. You should tread the path that you believe in. Please give my regards to my children. Alright, and also that popular musician you're acquainted with. With pleasure, sir. I'll do everything it takes to achieve what Thor set out to do. Ah, he has a line for Elliot? The musician? War has now become inevitable. This will be the first world war in history. We nobles will have to shoulder a heavy burden, depending on what the government legislates. We have to think of a way to help the smaller noble families and the people. Count Egert is back. Let's work together and get this sorted. You should tread the path that you believe in. May luck be on your side. Well, we'll have to see how luck survives once we get Kafka's banner and Star Rail. Also, I swear that the game is doing everything, or Star Rail is doing everything it can to make sure that... actually, hold on. What was it? Star Rail is doing everything it can to make sure that... Oops, I didn't mean to put it in reserve. To make me pull for Blade. Because, like, I'm trying to farm some gear for my support or my healer characters on my buffer characters. And now it's like, hey, so have this, like, tanky HP scaling gear for that blade you'll most surely pull, right? Because as a reminder, he's a DPS unit that scales on health. So it's like, this is some nice HP gear you got here, with good HP substats and DPS substats. Are you sure you don't want to roll for him? I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, I swear to god, don't do it. Although, funnily enough, I might have dumped 2 extra tickets in for shits and giggles to see if I can luck sack, but nah. So I made sure that, or what was it? So for sure, I won't greed anymore and save the rest of my pulls for Kafka's Banner when it does come up in Star Rail though. Oh, also speaking of gacha and everything, the apparently some leaks came out for the new summer characters in Granblue. And I mean, we already know who the summer characters are by the event preview. It's gonna be Summer Fediel and Summer Eliza. But what was it? But yeah, the elements for both of them, because originally Fediel is dark related, but yeah, Fediel's element is not what I thought it'd be. I'm being vague in case people who happen to play Granblue don't want the surprise or just want to look it up themselves, but I'm like, oh, that was not the element I was expecting, honestly. But yeah, it's a good thing I didn't get baited too hard with the earlier Flash Gala in Granblue. So now I can wait for the end of the month gala to do my Spark for Summer in Granblue with Summer Fediel and Eliza. Oh my god, you bet your ass I'm gonna put the Perpetuity Ring on Fediel as soon as I get her to. Or wait, do I even have enough? Wait, do I even have an extra Perpetuity Ring in Granblue? Actually, let me check. I forget. Inventory, consumables. Oh yes, I have 1 Perpetuity Ring left. All right, we good. Okay, now let's see if there's any extra dialogue with Elliot here. So I'm gonna skim over this. Regards to my children and their musician. Oh wait. That popular musician. Oh wait, is he just? Oh wait, no, is he just? Oh no, he meant to imply, Oliver when he's disguised as a bard. Oh fuck! How did I not pick up on that? Right. Because he obviously has the details of what happened. Right. I'm so dumb. Because like the first thing that comes to mind with popular musician is Elliot, because he's actually, you know, been getting popular with his tours and everything. Right, I'm dumb. Actually, could we go out here now? Wait, or can we? Yes. Oh.
It's my turn. There!
Okay. Hold on real quick.
Let's get going.
Actually, do we have moon lens? No, actually, don't I have something else? Oh yeah, we have Sacred Mirror now. Oh, okay, actually, hold on real quick. Before we get to any like actual combat or whatever, because I still want to go through dialogue, let me go grab all the chests that we can grab around the area. Ooh, burn 3? Yo. Actually, do I have an extra seal 3? We can get another Suzaku. No, we don't have seal 3. I'm gonna have to make another Suzaku. Auros Coastal Road is over to the south there. Oh right, I'm not allowed to.
bring this over. Oh yeah, the secret area.
Let's get our hands on that chest.
Angelica, what the fuck? Of course. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh, it doesn't have the. I mean, actually no. If they recorded the chest lines too, I don't know. It would like bloat the message log so much. Oh my god, Angelica. Never change, Angelica. Never change. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Big Chungus cryptid right there. Okay, we'll be taking that on later. Not now.
Do be careful. That enemy's strong.
So, if you don't mind,
Let's go.
if you don't mind me.
I see fish in the water.
Wait, where's the fishing spot? Oh, it's over here.
There. Got a bite. This is promising.
Oh, what is that great white shark that I'm pulling at? It's a whopper?
Not bad at all.
Glutton shark? That ain't a great white or whatever. Oh, what the fuck? Am I at the point where I'm near one-shotting things like that? I wouldn't say one-shotting, but I think we're getting, or we can chunk for a good amount of damage at the very least. Wait, Dinophil? That's it? Okay, hold on. Ah. Actually, are there other fish that I can grab in this area?
It's my turn. There.
Cryptid and,
Got a bite.
hold on.
This is promising. Not bad at all. There. Got a bite. Nice.
Swordfish? Is this new?
I got it.
No, oh no, this is just the blue marlin. Well, I do need action 3s. I want more Novo gems.
Got a bite. Nice.
And that's the Azulfish, right?
It's a whopper.
Pink Azulfish. Okay, so that's the 4 fish over here. But yeah, well, actually, let me just grab a scan, and then we'll pick this one up later. Oh my god, it even has like the little things on the sides. Jovaglyph?
This one's strong. Be careful.
There.
How bad can it be? 133 with Zerum powder. Huh. Well, I don't really care about the Zerum powders that much, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to like use Emblem to get double drops. So it's more weak to Earth and Space. You can Nightmare it, you can Blind it, Sleep, Burn. It's surprisingly susceptible to a lot of ailments. Huh.
Not on my watch.
Oh, and it pushes away too.
Let's go, man.
Interesting.
See ya.
Okay. So now we have the knowledge to go into that fight. And we can still pick up something over on this side of Auros Coastal Road.
Let's get going. Let's get going.
Ready to ride.
Oh my god. Perfect.
Let's get going.
Ready to ride.
Alright, what's that, Bryce? Slipping to say Fate's Diamond Remnant will be adding a Tamama 9 member. Oh. Oh yeah, I saw a picture of that. But I didn't see what exactly it was. Tamamo Aria? Should be a rogue servant? Oh, interesting. But yeah, when I saw the Tamamo design, I'm like, wait, is this like a legit new Tamamo? I'm like, oh shit.
Let's get going.
I'm excited. Oh shit!
Enemies approaching. Please be careful.
Well. Alright.
There.
You have to do a side quest and then you can use her? What do you mean meteor? It calls down meteors?
Let's do it, man. See ya.
Okay, and what the heck is over here? Wait, what the heck? Where does this go? Oh, right. This is where we went during Post-Steel 3 and stuff, where we got saved by uses and stuff when we try to encounter the Jaegers that were going on here. Now you go, fade away. Alright, Bryce, take care. Actually, should I just do Coastal Road 2 while we're at it? Or are we allowed to? Yes, we are.
I don't think we had a chance to come here during our field exercises.
Yeah. It can't hurt to check this area out just in case.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, alright. We got a huge area to explore. Ah. Tyrol bomb.
Let's get going.
Ready to ride.
Again, I'll do all the scanning later. Oh, another fishing spot. Oh!
Oh,
There. Got a bite. Nice.
Oh, another one of these?
It's a whopper.
Let's see if we can find what other fish are here.
Got a bite.
No, that's the same. That's the same one.
Got away. There. Got a bite. This is promising.
Just a regular puffer.
I got it.
I mean, Mercurio Bomb's pretty good,
There.
honestly.
Got a bite. Nice.
The Azelfish.
It's a whopper.
And what about what other things can we do? Or what else can we find? Oh, and it's still the shark.
Nice.
So that's 3. Puffer,
It's
this,
a whopper.
and the other one I found.
There. Got a bite.
No, that's the puffer.
Got away. There. Got a bite.
That's the shark.
Got away. There. Got a bite.
That's still the shark.
It got away.
Unless it's the blue marlin and the shark, and they both share very
Got a
similar
bite.
timing
Got
windows.
away. There. Got a bite. Oh, it got away. There. Got a bite. Nice.
Fuck. The Courier Bomb is pretty underrated.
Not
Down
bad
to
at
if you
all.
use it. Yeah, Courier Bomb is so nice as a basically free AoE cleanse.
Got a bite.
That's Puffer again.
It got away.
There has to be one more.
Got a bite.
No, that's still the same.
It got away.
Come on.
Got a bite. This is promising.
No, it's still the... You know what? I give up.
I'm
It's a
pretty sure.
whopper.
Okay, maybe one more. I'm pretty sure
Got a bite.
the one I'm looking for, or
Got
the
away.
fourth fish that might be here is not
Got a
a
bite.
new one. That's still the
Got
shark.
away. There.
Ranges Ricuria too.
Got a bite.
Yeah.
It got away.
It makes actually casting Ricuria like
Got a bite.
kinda useless.
Nice. I got it. There. Got a bite. Oh, it got away. There. Got a bite. Oh, it got away.
No,
There.
I'm pretty sure like
Got a
the
bite.
fourth fish I'm looking for is probably the blue
Got
marlin.
away. There.
And the timing windows are basically
bite.
so similar.
This is promising.
Oh no.
It's a whopper.
Oh yeah, it is the blue marlin. Yeah, the timing windows are so similar. Oh, this place looks so cool. Oh. Green Elisa Fee Usus. Oh.
This one looks frightening. Please be careful.
Oh, hold on. The cliffs have been worn away over the years by the flow of the tide. Seeing this really makes you feel small in the face of nature. And boop. Looking good. I'll send it to Rex when I get a chance. I swear. What kind of photo you got, Rex?
Hey, how's it hanging? Let me take a peek at the goods. Whoa, not bad. Here's a little something for your troubles.
Estelle and Charizard? Wait a second. How the fuck? Or when the fuck? Ah, that wink too. Holy shit. Still, I will always question, how the fuck did Rex survive here? The world may never know how he survived taking this photo. Or for that matter, when the fuck did he take a picture of Sharon?
Daunting foe. Let's test our might.
Yeah, we'll give a more proper exploration of this place later because I don't have
A
the
powerful foe.
right party
Just
members
my
in my party right now. Oh, Aegis! Wait, oh shit. Oh, yo, wait. Attract enemy attention, absolute reflect when battle begins, HP is low, can occur twice per battle only, and reduced earth arts casting time. Oh. Who would go use earth arts? Actually, who do I want? Because it basically taunts enemies. Huh. Also, maybe you could combine this with like Sirius and what was it? Combine Aegis and Sirius together to get more consistent targeting. But oh, random Master Quartz in chest. Hell yeah! And we still gotta go to this side. All right, we'll have to explore this place again and get proper scans later because I'm not really in the mood to scan shit right now. I'll have to do it later. Hopefully I still remember, I won't forget.
Let's get going.
Ready to ride.
Ready to ride. Well, they're finally giving more Sepith. I mean, at this point though, with how much we gotta burn through, 150 is nothing. Why can't it be like 500 of each? Auros Coastal Road stretches on into the distance. No need to go any further. Alright. So, basically, that's all we can do around here until I get around to scanning. And the secret chest down there. Okay, let's go back to Ordis. And we still have yet to go into the noble's residence over here. Oh. Wait, what the heck are you doing? Oh, Miss Lilibelle, I see you've been hard at work trying to help your parents. You have truly grown up so much. Now that you don't need my help anymore, it makes me feel a little sad. It's my back again. Keeping this up is going to be tough, but I can get through it. I had to look after the young miss through thick and thin. Miss Lilibelle has such a lovely smile. Now take your mother's hand and smile brightly. What is going on here? Mama, this is for you. It's a special Friends Again coupon. You and Papa can make up again with this. Oh my, thank you very much, dear. But, you know, your Papa and I haven't fallen out. Are you sure? Of course, I wouldn't lie to you, my sweet Lilibelle. We were discussing something, and perhaps I might have gotten a little carried away. We'll talk it over when he returns. Okay, you better do it right, Mama. God damn! Lilibelle has no chill, holy shit. I was like, yeah, you better fucking make up with Dad. It's like, holy shit! Of course, sweetie. Oliver helped me when I was making invites for the summer festival. But I did it all by myself. I'm glad Mama liked it. I think it was a success, right? Time to celebrate. Lilibelle has been getting really worried. I may have been a little overly harsh with my words lately. I'll have to talk it over with my husband when he returns. When he returns? Oh, wait, where is he then? Oh, Alright, we are now done with the Noble District. And we can now, wrong way. We can now move on to the Harbor District. Oh my god. Alright guys. Let's do this. I was hoping to let war pass without getting involved, but then I got drafted. Go figure. Shit. I never thought I'd have to go back to sea like this. Well, I guess I just had to get on with it. I'll read as much of the Imperial Chronicle as I can before I get sent away. I still haven't finished my 6th read-through of the Imperial Chronicle. What do you mean you've read the newspaper 6 times? I gotta go read it as much as I can now so I don't go crazy at sea. Okay then. There are more and more guys going down from exhaustion with all this lifting. I had to carry 6 people to the infirmary not too long ago. All at once, of course. This dude carried 6 people? What the heck? It's a real wake up to the muscles. 6 people at the same time. I wish I could have seen that. I was carrying 6 people who fell over from exhaustion. Ha ha ha. It was a real wake up call for my muscles. Dawkins saved me when I collapsed due to anemia. I thought that guy was just a musclehead, but he really thinks of his friends. Right, let's give this a go. The majority of these containers contain food supplies. I wonder how many people they'll feed, and for how long. These containers make me understand what war's going to mean for us all. The majority, wait. No, that's the same line. Okay, moving on. Oh, I didn't talk to this guy. In June, Ordis suffered a massive assault from Jaeger troops. We took a direct hit from a cannon, and the Balar's lighthouse was destroyed. Brigadier General Bardius has been making plans for it to be rebuilt. Governor Regnus has taken over those plans. It's progressing well, and the groundbreaking has already been scheduled. Construction work should start soon. Everyone's relieved that the reconstruction has been approved. I don't know when the war began, and who knows when reconstruction will actually start, but everyone was just relieved when it was decided that the lighthouse would be rebuilt after all. Society is starting to stink of war. I heard that Yuta is dating a girl from a noble family. He just had to get all soppy with the girl way out of his class. And for what it's worth, their friendship's been doing really well. A reckless decision like that's only gonna hurt in the end if you ask me. I guess when you're young is the time to be foolish. I'm not gonna run my mouth about it. Oh, whoops. Society is starting to reek of war, but that doesn't seem to have affected Yuta in the slightest. But seeing him laugh when things are the way they are, somehow makes me feel some relief. You know, I really do hope for the best with Yuta and Charlotte. Whew, lifting the containers up with a crane is a real test of nerves. If we make a mistake and a container falls into the sea, it's a big deal. We've heard a rumor that war is coming, so there's no time to let up. Finally, I've been drafted. It would be an honor for me to contribute to the downfall of Calvert as part of the Navy. I'm excited to get started. Okay. The guy who's doing the shipping work with me here also got drafted. The boats we use are very different from the Navy boats, so I don't really know what they expected from us. And I haven't heard a word about conscription. Do you think they've forgotten about me? That's probably for the best, dude. The cargo just keeps coming. Now I get it. The root of all evil is that tanker. Why is there so much cargo? How functional can this thing be? This massive ship is so cool, but I'm starting to despise it. What? Welcome. Riviera Court is this way. Riviera Court has just been refurbished. Come take a look. Oh, hello there, students of Thors. Welcome back to Ordis. It looks like business is great again. I heard that the military forced it to close, but I guess they moved location and set up shop again. Yup, and it's all thanks to Lord Vincent, Lady Margarita, and some other generous benefactors. And then there was that other thing, right, Rennie? I was really surprised myself. But today, Lady Ferris suddenly turned up, accompanied by Lord Vincent. And my, how they've grown so gallant in our time apart. Anyway, that's good to hear. I don't doubt that she'll cause you worry in the future too. It'll be all right. I have faith in Lady Ferris. She begged me to look after the store. She couldn't give me the details, but she said there was something she needed to do as part of Thor's. I can't believe how mature she has become, forging her own path through all this uncertainty. We promise that we'll do everything we can for when Lady Ferris comes home properly. So please do pop in. I look forward to it. Don't worry, we will. I should get some shopping in at Riviera Court too. I haven't done that in a while. The store that Ferris used to manage. I'm going to take my time and enjoy this. I'm so relieved that Lady Ferris is alright. It seems that Citron's made up her mind too. She said she wants to come back to work at the house. She's decided to work as a staff member here at Riviera Court. I'm not going to be outdone. I've got to pull my socks up. There are a lot of people who still don't know that our store moved to the harbor. I promised the ladies. I had to do my best. Welcome, Riviera Court is this way. Please pay us a visit. Oh yeah, wait. I should get. Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to get Ash in here. Actually, wait. Do I still have Ash in here? No, I don't. Okay. Hold on. I need to get Ash here and see how the boy is doing.
My turn.
My turn.
We managed to slip away from Charlotte's father and got ourselves out of Raquel. Charlotte says she's not going back either. She's staying at the Sailor's Tavern for now. I know we can't go on like this forever. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to try to convince Charlotte's father I'm good enough for her. Apparently his hatred for commoners goes pretty deep. It has something to do with Charlotte's mother, but that's about all I know. Aw man, we don't have a dialogue thing for Ash though. Aw man. Oh well. Huh, what's going on here? Okay, I guess I better get going. Miranda, Charlotte, take care of yourselves. If you get into any kind of trouble, just send us a letter, alright? I'm sure we can do something to help. Roche, I don't know what I should say right now. Come back once the war is over, okay? Of course. You didn't need to tell me. And you better be able to carry multiple trays with one hand when I get back too. Why don't you teach me again when you're back? You two really have gotten close, huh? I couldn't keep this place open without you, or without cool, reliable workers like you, Roche. So don't get lost at sea or anything like that, alright? Miranda, I'll come back safe, I promise. I finally managed to get away from Father and Lothar, but now Roche has to leave. Nobles are getting called up for military service too, but at least they have some kind of training. It makes one realize how truly precious those peaceful days were, before war was declared. Charlotte's already a full-fledged waitress, but since she's so honest when she asks about things, I can't help but want to tease her sometimes. But, oh man, I can't believe Miranda thinks I'm cool and reliable. I have to do my part and get back to this place as soon as I can. It sure will be lonely now that even Roche is leaving. I guess it's my job to believe in my friends, in my friends' return while they're gone. Wait. Oh. I gotta send him off with a smile. He'll definitely come home safely. Wait a second. Oh, huh. Don't ditch me, Dad. You ain't got nothing to worry about, kiddo. The lady next door said she'll take care of you while I'm gone. You're a tough girl. No way a little change is enough to scare you, yeah? But I'll miss you. No matter what happens, if you're not around, I'll still miss you. What am I supposed to do when I want to see you, Dad? That's a tough question. How can I leave when she's asked that? I thought I didn't have to worry since she's got a good head on her shoulders, but she's still just a kid. Leaving her alone really is bothering me. I'm no wimp, so I can make do no matter what. But what am I supposed to do when I'm lonely? Aww. If it isn't young Green. Oh, greetings, Ashen Chevalier. Branch Manager Serdan, Lord Lakelord. It's not often we see you two together. Indeed, we ran into each other not long ago. Both our investigations took us to Ordis at the same time. Curious coincidence, no? We were just discussing what we discovered, and I think you might find it particularly interesting, Chevalier. Oh, really? Indeed, the shadow of a giant fish was spotted in the sea cave on the Auros coastal road. I was just there, god damn it! From the eyewitness reports, it's likely some species of giant swordfish. No doubt it'll prove to be a feisty opponent. If you're any kind of fisherman at all, this must pique your interest a little. Since you're in the area, perhaps you should take a look yourself. I'm not exactly a pro, but it does sound worth checking out. Thank you, I might look into it later. God damn it. Before we proceed, there is something I'd like to discuss. Of course, what is it? Ahem. First of all, I must commend you all on your hard work with the survey into the environmental changes. Hard as it is to admit, you have proven your skills to be on par with our club's own Elite Four. It is only through your talent that we've been able to start drawing up the distribution chart ahead of schedule. Great to hear. I suppose all that hard work has really paid off. I really cannot thank you enough for everything you've done. I am in your debt. Yo! Character development, let's go! He's coming around. Or, I mean, he's been coming around already, but yeah. Oh, don't mention it. We share the same love for fishing. What's the point in keeping score? Every one of us just did what we thought was right, as fellow anglers. What a very poetic way of putting it. Fellow anglers, It has been far too long since I truly felt that way. Looks like the Fisherman's Guild and the Imperial Fishing Club might be able to patch things up after all. Every time I've fished since taking my position as the head of the Lake Lord Company, it has felt as though I was doing so for work. But to be frank, it's less important for me to be president of the Lake Lord Company than a man who fishes for the pure love of fishing. A man like him. Oh yeah. I used to party here with Durban and the others all the time. But now they've all gone and been drafted. Coming here when there's so few sailors, it really makes the loneliness set in. Man, I want to play with those muscles, man. I'm jealous. Can we talk to everyone here? Okay, let's go. Let's go to Riviera Court, and then we'll go fishing for that giant fish. Oh. Well met, my friends. I trust you've been keeping well. I want to apologize for all the trouble. Given the choice, I'd never have kept you in the dark for so long. Please, forgive me. Lady Ferris, please, there's no need for all that. That's right, you have nothing to apologize for. Just being able to see you alive and well is enough for us. You really were worried about me, weren't you? Of course they were, Ferris, because they care about you and Vincent. We all do. Okay, that simultaneous like head turning for everyone looked a bit funny. Ah, I hadn't noticed you there. I take it you started touring around different parts of the Empire. Yeah. There's still some things we need to get done before the next rivalry. I heard you two are planning to do some traveling as well. That is correct. We've already dropped by the family home and gotten permission from Father. After we confirmed the situation within the city, we plan to visit the Merkaba that made an emergency landing near the main road. We'd be very grateful if you did. Thanks. Until now, our options have been limited, but from now on, we plan to do everything we can as members of Thor's. Then consider us members of Thor's too. Right, our businesses may take a hit, but that's a small sacrifice in the face of everything that's going on. Lady Ferris, if there's anything you need, just say the word. Thank you very much. But we were only planning on checking up on things. We certainly never intended to take any of your stock. Though naturally, we would not turn down any help you would offer us. And we want to help. Though not many, we are overstocked on certain supplies. If you wait a moment, I can compile a comprehensive list. They sure are devoted to the Florals. It makes sense though. Riviera Court's been through a lot, but they've given them hope. Though I don't know the details, it seems someone's made an emergency landing on the main road. I simply can't ignore this as a seller of medicine. I must simply insist on providing some products that are not low in stock. What? Ah, Lady Ferris, Lord Vincent, what a pleasure this is. Even with everything the store's been through, we won't falter. I'll work extra diligently to repay the faith you put in me. I guess this is best? No, this is old stuff. Oh, Lacrima earring for Emma. Okay, I still gotta give everyone their gifts, so I need to go through that in a bit. Ah. Oh man, I so want to buy some of these right now, but I'll buy it later with the money that I have once I decide who still needs what. Once I get everyone's quartz sorted out. Which will definitely take a while. When Patrick and I rushed to Ordis, we weren't yet able to reveal what we were up to. It's so nice to see you all again under better circumstances. We intend to do all we can to support the Courageous 2 from here on out. That being said, I am worried about the Merkaba after its emergency landing. We should probably go check on it. Ferris took on a managerial role for over a year, battling tooth and nail against the machinations of the Kleist Mall. It's no wonder her employees would all respect her. Regardless, the die has now been cast. The time is nigh for we floral siblings to make our move as well. Alright, time to go fishing. Again. In the caves. In the same spot that I fished from already. Alright.
Ready to ride.
Oh god, wait, hold on. Trying to drive with turbo is a little difficult. Don't turbo and drive at the same time, kids.
Let's
blocked the way, hold on.
Ready to ride.
There we go.
It's my turn.
It's my turn!
It looks strong. Watch out.
There!
Alright, how hard can this be?
Got a bite!
Oh dear god. Oh, I don't really...
It got away. There! Got a bite! This is promising.
Whoa, that's a big swordfish! Nah, only 2 tugs. Okay, we're good.
Wow, this is a rare one.
Zafiro Espada. Ah. Oh, come on! Why is it all separate this time? Oh my god. I mean, I did say a little earlier that, man, why can't we get like drops of like 500 of each Sepith? Well, I mean, asking you shall receive, I guess, but kind of prefer like some kind of quartz or something. But I mean, I'm not gonna look. I shouldn't look a gift horse in his mouth, I guess. A giant swordfish. This must be the catch Lord Lake Lord and the others were talking about. I guess I should let them know, just in case. Order the catch to Lord Lake Lord and Branch Manager Surdan. This glittering jewel-like beauty. There's no mistaking it. This is a Zafiro Espada. Catching this on your own couldn't have been easy. Huh, you've left us in the dustering. I'm seriously impressed. I was just Stella and Lloyd could be here to see this. Oh? I heard the rumors those two were good at fishing. It's true then? I guess? Knowing that makes me feel closer to them in a weird way. Look, it's Trail's tradition that every Trail's protagonist has to know how to fish. Actually, you know what would be great? For a final bit, we have a fishing competition between Estelle, Lloyd, and Reen. That would be sick. Although, knowing how things would probably end up, they'd probably end up in some crazy 3-way tie or something. Knowing how this works out, to not really put one over the other or some shit. Or maybe like all 3 of them will like have each, or would each have separate but unique catches of their own. That would be hard to quantify which wins over the other or something. I feel like that either of those scenarios might happen if a fishing competition between the 3 would ever happen. Because probably with things like this, like you probably wouldn't want like one to clearly be stronger over the other in like competitive aspects like this or whatever. Even I guess for a lighthearted thing like a fishing contest or something. I don't know. Anyway. I'll be sure to prepare a prize worthy of this accomplishment for you. Thank you. Harbor, Tavern. Oh, excuse me. Before distribution.
Okay, here we go. Oh, we get a free Still Blue. Yo, nice. Okay, now we just need North Street and we'll be done with Ordis.